Hello friends, welcome to today's lecture, that is how the data structure can be classified and what are the different representation of data structure we'll study. In the last video we have studied what are the algorithm, characteristics of algorithm, characteristics of data structure, etc. Now as I told already what is the data in the last previous video. So today once again I will define the data is a collection of information such as alphabets, numbers and symbols together to represent the data as an input, and you will get the relevant output after processing. And you can say the data is an integral part of an application also. So the data can be classified into two types, that is automatic data and composite data. In automatic data, the data is the one which cannot be divided further is called that is automatic data. So for example, A cannot be divided further. So such kind of data you can say that is a automatic data. Then coming to composite data. Composite data is the one which can be divided further is called that is a composite data. For example, date of birth. So for example, that is 24/2020. So this is a month, day, month and year. So these individually you can further divide. So such type of data you can call it as a composite data. Next, coming to what are the types of data structure, that is primitive and non-primitive are the two main types of the data structure. Coming to primitive data structure, in this we can use the built-in data types as a primitive data. Means for example we have studied already in the C language, integer, float, character, double are the different data types that holds a single value, that are called the primitive data structures. Then coming to non-primitive data structures, which are derived from the primitive data types and are called the non-primitive data structures. Example, arrays, structures, union, stack, queues, linked list, etc. Then coming to non-primitive data structure, again it is classified into two, that is linear data structure and non-linear data structure. In the linear data structure, the elements are arranged in a sequential form, that is direct form, are called the linear data structures. Example, we can say arrays, structures, unions, stacks, queues, linked list, etc. Then coming to non-linear data structure, the elements that are not in the sequence are called that is a non-linear data structure. For example, trees, graphs, hash tables, etc. Then now I'll show in the figure. By this diagram you will come to know how the array is a linear data structure. Coming to that is a linear data structure. Example, that is array. So in this the array is represented in the sequential form, that is index starts with a 0 to the n minus 1. As you know, that is index of an array starts with a 0 to n minus 1 nth term. So here 0, 1, 2, so on, the memory location will be in the contiguous form. So this means the list of elements can be stored in the contiguous form, that is array representation in the linear form, that is in sequential form. The same you can represent the stack also in the linear form, that is array form. So stack is a one data structure where the element are stored, that is first in last out. So that is last is the top, means each and every that is the element will be stored in the form of first in last out. So suppose you are keeping the books one after the another. First you'll keep it first book, second book, so on. You can keep so many number of books. Then last book will be kept it out, that is the last in first out method. So that algorithm you are following for the stack. Then coming to the queue as a linear array data structure. So here we are following queue, that is first in first out, that is front and rear you are using, that is the technical term here for inserting the elements. So that again it is represented in the form of array, that is in sequential form. So these all details again you will study one by one in different chapters, so with the coming videos. Next, coming to linked list as a linear data structure. So we can represent the linked list in the linear form. So now in the array you are using the contiguous memory locations, but here we are not using the contiguous memory locations at the fixed time. So these you are using at the run time. How the memory can be represented at the run time means during execution, that is using with the help of pointer we can represent the linked list by referring the address of the next element to the previous, as I shown with the arrow key. So we can represent the data structure with a linked list form. The same we can have the address, that is 500, 502, 504. So it is referring the next element to the previous. By referring this you can create, that is the linked list. So again this also we will study later in the next coming videos. So again the same linked list representation using stack and queue. Now coming to non-linear data structure. So this non-linear data structure, it does not have any sequential data here. By this you can come to know, by this figure you can come to know how the data structure is. Here in the tree can be in the hierarchical order, but it is not in the sequence. In any order you can represent, that is the tree. Coming to the graph, so you can create any, that is vertex and edges you can create in the graph also, and it is also not in the sequence. Then coming to a table, it is having a row and column, any number of rows and columns, and those are not in the sequence. So these are the examples of non-linear data structure. So next again you will study the term, that is what is the abstract data type. So this is the main thing that we will study in the data structure. So abstract data structure is nothing but representing essential things without going in detail is called, that is the abstract data type. Again we can define it, that is these are the entities that are definitions of data and operations, but we do not have any implementation. Means we can define and you can perform operation on that data, but we cannot implement. Implementation, that is called the data structure. For example, if you want to do any mathematical operations, for example square root of x, square root of x, we don't have any key on the keyboard, then we have to use this particular function. Then that particular function is stored in the header file called math.h. So that math.h file you have to include in your program, then only you can perform any operation. Then in the math.h file, what data structure is defined, what program is defined, what is the implementation, that is not known. Means that implementation we cannot come into the picture, that is hidden in the memory. So that kind you can say that is the abstract data type. Then coming to methods, that are the main method that you can use it in the data structure called, that is the static data structure and dynamic data structure. In static data structure, the size of the data structure is fixed and the content of data structure can be modified but without changing the memory space allocated to it. That is the example of static data structure. So here I have shown with a fixed data structure, that is 0 to that is 8, means n number of memory location you can create. Here in the example, that is the last index is 8, means we have used the fixed array of the data structure. Then coming to dynamic data structure, so here the size of the data structure is not fixed and can be modified during program execution, or we can perform any operation on it. Such data structure can be designed to facilitate the change of data structure in the runtime. So that is example we have shown here, dynamic data structure. Previously that is static data structure. Both we can say that here dynamic data structure, here you are using linked list. In the static we are used that is the array. So coming to that point, static data structure has a fixed memory size, whereas dynamic data structure has that is randomly updated during runtime. Means it is not a fixed memory location, which may be considered efficient with respect to memory complexity of the program. Static data structure provides more easier access to the element with respect to dynamic data structure. So by this, the basic concepts of that is data structure we have studied. In the next video, how the data structure can be implemented with the help of that is programming with C, that you can see. So now I will conclude this lecture, and thanks for watching this video.